Hello and welcome to day 65 on the Pacific Crest Trail. Today the intensity of the Sierra has continued, but more this time through just the grandeur and majesty of all the views, and also there being so much snow to trudge through. There wasn't any rain, luckily, today, so the weather was pretty much perfect. It started spitting a tiny bit towards the end, but for the majority of the day it was amazing. A little bit cloudy, but really can't complain. It was lovely. Yeah, the snow really slowed us down. I think we were doing an average of about 1 mile an hour, also partly because of taking a lot of photos and videos of just how amazing everything was. But yeah, so starting off, we woke up nice and early, aimed for a 5 a.m. start, left at maybe about 5:30, aimed for the water crossing that had calmed down a little bit from yesterday, but it was still really intense, and we hiked upstream a little bit further where it kind of broke into three so that we could cross somewhere slightly less intense. And we managed to do it, although it was so cold about 6 a.m. The sun was just about to come through, but yeah, just trudging through. Even though it was only up to our knees, like it felt like the whole body went into shock almost. But we were fine. We warmed up, we dried off, we went on our way onto Forester Pass, so it's about 4 miles till the approach. Because of where we stayed yesterday, and then the snow really began, and it was just majestic. Like I was saying before, we were just kind of walking into this big bowl of mountains, and there was kind of lakes either side of us. Luckily at that point the ice or the snow was really solid, so with our micro spikes we had loads of grip and were able to get up with pretty much no problem at all. In terms of the just grip on the snow, Jump Scare had a little bit of an issue with the elevation again, and just with not being acclimated, so we had to take it a little bit slow just to make sure she was safe. But we made it to the top, and the views were epic from the top, both sides of the pass really. So you look back and you could see tiny little people all the way back on their way through the snow, and on the other side just again another massive bowl of mountains. And today, it started off after we climbed over the ridge, the pass. It was so much fun because we got to glissade like the whole way down, and it was loads of fun. We cut out a whole bunch of switchbacks. It was just like going through a big slide made of snow, and it curved out nicely at the bottom, so it wasn't too dangerous, although we did end up having too much fun, because by the time we got to the bottom of the pass, the sun had come out and it had started getting a little bit slushy, which meant that when we were trying to hike around the outside of a lake on the other side, it was just post-hole central, and we could barely walk a few steps without just falling through the snow. I should say post-holing is when effectively your foot just goes straight through the snow and you can sink like up to your waist. You just go down, and it was a little bit sketchy at times. Like Carmen Sandiego did get stuck at one point and we had to dig her out. Luckily she was fine, but yeah, just kind of a reminder of how real it is out here. And then it was a bit more relaxed after that. There were no injuries or anything. We kind of resigned ourselves to the fate of just we weren't going to be able to walk in a straight line, and just kind of ragdolling when you feel your foot go through. And we took to rock hopping a little bit around the edge of the lake just so that we weren't post-holing every single step. Eventually we made it through all the snow, and through Kings Canyon, which was just, again, beautiful, majestic, just awe-inspiring. It's so big, just walking through the middle of it, gradually going down, was just amazing, just mountainscapes all around you. It was lovely. And then we went into this magical forest through the middle of it, which was lovely, just again beautiful, a lovely change of scene. Birdsong and her partner came out to meet us, which was great. It's been like a week since we saw her. She's fully recovered, feeling a lot better, fine at this kind of altitude, which is still around 10,000 feet I think. On that note, we did climb the highest point on the PCT, which was Forester Pass, about 13,400 feet I think. I know that we've climbed Mount Whitney as well, which is higher, but that's not technically on the Pacific Crest Trail. So today we did the highest part of the Pacific Crest Trail officially, So I met up with Birdsong, had a great time catching up with her, just filling her in on everything that we've been up to. Walked the next 3-4 miles to our campsite, and yeah, like I say, it was just beautiful. Like a lovely woodland with the sun shining through, a little bit of snow here and there, but our feet were already soaking wet. Not that cold though, surprisingly, so we didn't mind too much. And eventually we got to our campsite, where we are now 2 miles away from a 7.5 mile hike to Trailhead, to then get a hitch into Independence, to then get a hitch into Bishop. So we'll see how tomorrow goes. We're aiming to kind of do it efficiently and get in and out as soon as possible, starting quite early, I think, leaving at 6 a.m. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. So yeah, finally a town day. It's been basically a week out here, although it's flown by. But yeah, looking forward to stocking up, getting all the town chores done, getting some more food before we hit the Sierras again. I will see you there tomorrow.